Twitter's a fucking hell space. It's the demon place like no other, where the most decrepit of humans crawl. But when someone fucked up dies, it becomes one of the most beautiful spaces to ever be a part of. You got motherfuckers who is furries, you got sports fans, you got K-pop stands, you got fucking Iggy Azalea stands. Everyone coming together for the fucking common goal of absolutely shitting on this absolute fuckwad of a person. And it's beautiful. It's great. But then you got the stupid motherfuckers in the corner going, hey, what about their family? What about their loved ones who are grieving right now? Or be respectful, they're dead now, which is dumb and bullshit. Fuck that stupid ass, dumbass mentality. Like the most recent example of this is Her Royal Travesty, Queen Elizabeth. That motherfucker died a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago or so, right? And people were shitting on her online, because like, let's be real, let's run through the things that she's done that's fucked up. She was herself. That's already pretty fucked up, fucking weird. She married her cousin. That was also fucking weird. Never really acknowledged her family or country's long ties with colonialism, the slave trader, and any of that fucking shit. The fucking crown she wore, stolen jewels, so much stolen shit in her fucking country and her fucking wardrobe from other countries that she fucking colonized and shit. And people act like, oh, she's the one who decolonized it. No, the fuck she did it. No, the fuck she didn't. The empire was crumbling and she was just like, okay, we're not gonna fight a war. And you got the shit that happened with Princess Diana. Let's be real. She definitely fucking orchestrated that shit. Let's be so fucking honest. At least fucking signed off on it. And the whole thing with what the fuck? I don't remember who the fucking name is of these people, but like the recent ones, but like their baby was light skinned, right? And the fucking queen and her like other family was all having like an aneurysm because they'd never seen a black person for the first time. The fact that the royal palace can legally discriminate based on race because they exempted themselves from the fucking their version of the Civil Rights Act. That's a true thing, by the way. You can look that up. They have the full legal right to discriminate based on race. That's crazy. It's true though. And they also very much exercise that legal right. Not to mention she was like in charge during like some of the really fucked up points of like British history with like workers' rights and also just gay rights and civil right, all these different things. And all the motherfuckers who like to suck her off or whatever the fuck are like, oh, well, actually, she didn't have political power. That's not fucking true. The royal family does have say-so in the bills that gets passed. And especially, they get the final seal of approval on, especially on the big bills. Like, they legally exempted themselves from the fucking Civil Rights Act. Like, that's fucking crazy. They did that shit, and it's legal. It's like the Queen's consent or whatever the fuck. It's a real thing. You can look that up. Not to mention, she's the queen of the country. She can get press whenever she wants. If she wants something really pushed through, she can give her support to it. So what we have is this old decrepit bag of bones who's a rich motherfucker who also owns a fuck ton of land, doesn't use it. I could go in and on about like her fucking landlordry and all that shit. I'm not gonna do it right now. It's a fucking other video. Anyways, you get this decrepit old bag of bones who's been a piece of shit her entire life, done weird fucking shit her entire life, fucking married her cousin, fuck the bitch too. Like, let's be real, that's weird. That's some white trash family ass shit, and everyone's like just giving her a pass for that shit. Let's be real, that's why. Because she's rich? That's dumb, okay? That's stupid. Really what it is white people don't actually want to like fucking hold people accountable for like fucked up bigotry and shit like that. So they're like, think about her family's emotions. They're grieving right now, but her family's also fucked up and evil. I don't give a shit. And this isn't the only time this has happened online. There's also like Rush Limbaugh, like fucking last year, was like a conservative commentator who said a bunch of fucking evil, atrocious shit and pushed for evil, atrocious things and mobilized public support around fuck shit because he was an awful human being, and then people shat on him when he died, because as they should. And then people were also like, oh my god, think about his family. No, fuck that shit. The thing is, if someone dies, it does not exempt their entire life and their actions. Just because they died, it doesn't mean they didn't do the fuck shit they did when they was alive. Like, that's not how that works. Especially when you have these people in positions of power whose actions, takes, beliefs had consequences, had real world consequences because they passed legislation or they're place of influence, power to do that. Like, they affected other people. It wasn't just like, oh, your racist uncle, which, by the way, you gave a pass to way too much. Fuck that bitch. You should tell him to his face that he's a fucking piece of shit cuck bitch. But you don't, because you're scared little pussy. Anyways, moving on, let's be fucking real. There's no reason why anyone should not criticize the actions of a dead person just because they're dead. That makes no fucking sense. They did the shit. Them dying did not undo the shit. A lot of it comes down to either A, they fucking just outward just agree with the actions of the person person and they're just like, oh, what's wrong with that? Or they secretly agree with the opinions of the person or whatever the fuck it was. And if you criticize whoever the fuck died, then it's like, oh, then they have to re-examine themselves, and they don't want to do that because they've never faced consequences their entire life because they've been just born in a position of privilege. There's probably a lot of reasons psychologically and fucking sociologically, whatever the fuck, why people do this shit. It's just dumb and it's stupid. If someone dies and they've done fuck shit their entire life, they should get called out for that shit. I don't give a fuck. For example, the only regret I have about the queen dying is that shit was not more painful. She died surrounded by loved ones. She did not deserve that shit. She did not deserve that shit. That's how you know, like, this fucking shit is not fair, because she got to fucking live her peaceful ass life, no repercussions, none of that shit, died peacefully with her family, even though she was an awful, evil piece of shit. Karma don't matter if you got money and influence, baby. Like, come on. My final take on all this is, if you don't fuck shit your entire life and it's had repercussions on actual people and you never took accountability, you never grew as a person, you never changed for the better, and you die, I will piss on your grave, I will dig up the bones, and I will fucking put them in a fucking wood chipper, you dumbass piece of shit. Anyways, that's my opinion. Some people can disagree with me in the comments. In fact, please disagree with me in the comments. Make this video go viral. Start my YouTube career. I don't give a fuck. Dislike the video if you want. Guess what? All you're doing is signifying to me that you're an idiot and you're wrong. That came off as really inflammatory. I really do hope that boosts engagement in the comment section, because I'm trying to make this shit a career. Anyways, have a good night. Bye-bye.